Okay, so this is our January Parent Advisory Committee. We're just going to kind of give an overview of what Parent Advisory Committee is for, and introduce you to some of our staff. So I'm Tiffany Conley, and I am the Family Services Manager. So I do the intakes for the kiddos, parent engagement activities, connecting with the community and things along those lines. So I'll show you who else is here.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm the director.
Jackie Roberson, Executive Director.
I'm Chantel, support and training for teachers and staff.
Okay, so there we go. Okay, so Parent Advisory Committee, we've done them in the past, and I'm bringing them back now. So the overall point of Parent Advisory Committee is communication. So that's communication from the families and us, between the families and the teachers, just a collaboration to overall make our program better, so that we can better serve families and children. We want it to be a positive environment. So this is not the place to complain necessarily about teachers or situations. Those things definitely need to be dealt with, but that would be on a personal level. So when we meet for parent advisory, we're talking about ways to make the program better. So it's important to get parent perspective, things you see that happen in the classroom that you like and you would see more of, or maybe some ways that you think we could do better. Adding different programs, different resources, those sorts of things. Whenever we would maybe bring in a new curriculum or program, this is a place that we could bring it to gather ideas, information, what people think about it, if it would be worth trying it. And another big thing would be making connections with the community. Parents and families have a lot of connections with different agencies, organizations, through employment, and making connections with the community to get them more involved in our program, and maybe bring some new programming and things. We're letting in somebody.
What's her name? It says Tiffany.
Shelby, is that you?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No,
That's
you're okay.
Can they see us?
Look, here. Can you see who is that? Oh, sorry. I guess my camera's not on.
Oh, that's okay.
There we go.
Hi. Whoa, Camden, you look beautiful.
Yeah.
Hi,
Well, of course.
Sean, what are you doing?
Kate is here, so she had to put her makeup on.
Oh, fancy. Love it. So we're just kind of talking about what Parent Advisory Committee is. I did record it so that you can watch the recording later too.
Okay.
But basically, we just kind of want to make a connection with families, make our program better, maybe make some connections with community members and those sorts of things. We have Natalie here too. She has 2 kiddos in the Cambridge Springs classroom. And then Camden's in the Linesville classroom. So yeah, just kind of collaborating and, you know, having fun. But we'll try different times for meetings. I know Miss Shelby would be in the classroom at 10 in the morning in February. But just trying different things to catch parents.
Go to the living room,
Together.
please. Here with Stephanie.
I don't know. Do you guys have any questions, like, or ideas, or it's kind of, we want to have it parent led. I'm not going to be in the camera the whole time either. Oh, there's another friend in the camera.
I guess, is there anything right now as of this point in the school year that looking back we could have improved, like that we could improve for next year for the start of the year?
Hold on a sec.
That's okay.
Hey, go to the living room. I can't hear myself. Thank you.
So like thoughts on like how we did the family event in the fall, like do you like that? Do you think we should do more of those? I guess that's sort of one of the things we'd like to know, like what we could do to start the year off better from a parent perspective.
I mean, I personally feel like I would like to be involved more, like if we had more family engagement activities and stuff. And my husband works quite a bit, and so he gets to come to a lot of those, but he doesn't really see the kids a lot because of his schedule. So when we get to come in, like he really enjoys that because he's working all the time.
Okay.
And he's about to be moving and we're staying. So when those activities are like, he can try to make an effort to be there for those.
Okay. I know, and I would love to do more like different times of the day, but the school districts won't allow us in anymore unless it's before or after school. That's another.
I mean, I know for us, after school works better anyway because like I said, he works all day, but I don't.
Right.
Go play upstairs.
Hey,
I'm
the kids
so
were good all day
sorry.
at school today. No.
You're fine, Chum.
No, you good.
No. And I think Camden was accepted after the family event, wasn't she? In August.
I
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was like
Yeah.
it might have been, yeah. But I
think
think
it
that
was
was a
right
good,
after.
yeah. I think that was a good one. But if you guys have any ideas on like what to do for parent engagement, let us know. Like we want to do what parents want to do. Yeah, we try to vary times, places, because I know it's hard for people.
Yeah, I just think like she said, just keep doing. I like at Town we did like the snow globe thing. I like doing that. And then Alice for the books of breakfast. That worked out really good too. Just like continue doing stuff like that where parents can come in and engage as well. And like the fall, I really like the fall festival, stuff like that.
We are doing the Winter Fest. That's February 17th. It's a Friday.
Yeah.
I think all schools but Titusville are off. That'll be here at administration and we'll do activities there too. So that's coming up.
Natalie, let me ask you, since you said your husband and like I know Shelby Steve works a lot too. If we did more things of like we did like virtual field trips to the classroom, or like we as admin came in and videoed like maybe just like a quick little small group they were doing that day, or even just some of the other things, like do you think things like that might be helpful too for like the working parents to get a little bit more of a day in the life? Because like I know the teachers post pictures and stuff, but sometimes that's not always, that's just a quick like visual. But if we did an actual like, here's what the whole classroom looks like, here's what it looks like when when we go for a walk, or here's what our story time sounds like or looks like. Like, is that something that you think those working parents might find helpful, or do you think it would just be more of another thing only maybe one or two look at?
I'm not really sure. Like I know my husband has time. Like he works. My husband's the Army recruiter. I don't know if you saw him. He was there at one point last year, I think. But like he can jump on and view stuff like that. But like I know a lot of other parents can't. So I mean, I feel like for him that would be a useful tool, like to see.
Like if we posted it on our like YouTube, or if we posted it on Facebook, like that would be something that he could at the end of the day, like, at dinner time or something when he's still at work or whatever, like he could get on and look.
Yeah, he definitely would be able to like look at stuff like that. And I feel like both the girls are in different classrooms, so their teachers are both really good about posting pictures, but I feel like that's a great tool too. But I feel like more of a walkthrough, because like I don't really, other than Emerson going over and over their daily routine when she gets home, I don't really know like a lot about like what they're doing during the day, which isn't like, I'm not bashing their teachers by any means, but like I feel like maybe like a video walkthrough would be kind of good. Not every day, but like just like a day in the life. I don't know, like kind of like people do on
I like that, a day in the life.
That's fun.
I'd love to
like
put
that.
a little GoPro on them.
Right?
Right? Little body. Yeah.
Yes.
So that would be
Ooh,
really
that's a good idea, Natalie. I like that. A day in the life. Yes.
Kelly, are we allowed having parents volunteer in the classrooms again?
So they have to meet all of the requirements that there's a paper in their parent handbook. Like they have to have a physical, their TB, like letters of reference, like all their clearances, like basically everything you have to have, they have to have.
Okay.
So they can, but they have to have all of that. And so it's a big, some of them can't afford it and
Right.
those kind of things and that kind of stuff. But yes, if they have all those things, then yes, they are able to come in and volunteer.
Okay.
And that's fortunately, yes, it's a safety thing. It's great. But the school districts have done it too. Like Lexi goes to Crawford Central and I had to fill out this big long packet, redo my clearances. But yes, we would love to have families. We used to be able to have parents in all the time. So we would invite them for small group, once a month or something. But we would love to have more parent volunteers in the classroom. It's just more hurdles to jump over than it used to be.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Which it's the same as sub requirements too. And I was going to post that too. So I can put that together and we can just send it to all classrooms. Like if you want to volunteer, here's what you need.
Yeah. Maybe just like send out like a reminder.
Yeah.
Saying like, these are the things.
Right.
Right now is appropriate time to vacuum, says Steve.
That's okay. He's vacuuming.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
He's vacuuming. We'll just let it
Yeah.
go.
Right. Let me rewind and not say anything. I'm just gonna keep it with that.
Yeah.
Salute to him for vacuuming.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's a pile of chips that are on my couch from Kate and Camden snacking.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, having the parents like I don't know if Natalie knows or not that I work in a classroom for FCCA, but I would love to see like parents like more involved in like or like be able to invite them into the classroom like
Right.
during the school day,
Yeah.
which I know is hard for the parents that work that shift as well. But yeah, they would have to go through all of that, but maybe just like a reminder to them like, hey, you can volunteer in the classroom and we can make arrangements for you to come in and like hang out for the day. Or for not the day, the like small group or
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And most of our classrooms, are in elementary school buildings. So, like, I guess Natalie, how do you feel? Like, do you feel you're included in Cambridge Springs? Like, even though it's pre-K, like, we want to partner with them too. So, like, how do you feel about like pre-K's relationship with the district?
Okay, so I feel like I don't really count towards this because my mom works there, so I've always
You're okay.
felt
No,
included.
you're okay.
So in regards to that, I've always preferred Cambridge. Like I always feel included. Like even when I was living in Oklahoma, like when I came home, like I was always welcome there. I love Cambridge in general. Like that's why the kids and I are not moving to Clarion with my husband, is because we want to stay here. So I always feel included. I feel like when they do like Blue Devil Day and stuff, like the kids are super excited to be a part of that. They don't always put it out, but like my mom, she tells us when they're doing it, and they always like picking out like special stuff for that. And they love Spirit Week too. I should have said that when you were asking like ways to like include it in the classroom and stuff. They loved like special Spirit Weeks.
Okay.
When we would look at like they participated with Cambridge's, I think it was like Polar All Aboard the like Cambridge Express or something.
Okay.
For their December Spirit Month or whatever, and they love doing that too.
Okay.
That is something that I should look into. Like I know it's harder for Alice Schaefer for like where Camden goes because like it's in the high school and they don't do a ton of. But I was just talking to like Ashley about that. Like this week is book fair at Segertown. And I didn't know if that was something that like it's a little late now for like this week's, but like for next year's, like somehow getting more in touch with the school districts to be a part of those things.
And a lot of times the school districts, like we have a really good relationship with all of them. A lot of times they just don't know if we want included. So a lot of times just asking like, hey, can we? And a lot of times they do.
And like Cochranton is actually really good with their classroom. Like when they did their like Halloween parade, they asked if the pre-K kids wanted to sit down and watch it and stuff like that. So Cochranton is pretty good at including them.
And I would say Cambridge Springs is too.
And I think Maplewood is improving.
Yeah.
Maplewood's improving, just from what I know. But I do agree Linesville is difficult because we're in the high school. Like we don't always get that stuff until it's like the day of, or when we're in the bathroom and read it in their little high school newspaper. I'm like, oh, today was Green Day. Glad we knew that. So,
and I think we have Miss Lila's mom on here, but I think she's muted.
Yeah, it looks like Nis is muted.
Because I know, like, so like for their Santa's workshop at Seckertown, like we had to walk through it all the time. And so like the kids were like, what is that? And it would just be cool to be involved in those things so that they can used to be start like advancing into like the big school, like getting used to those types of things. So that's something that like we could work on as staff and teachers, because half the time we don't know things that are going on in the school only because Frankie's kids go there.
Yeah.
So then we get like the information from Frankie. So
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. For upcoming parent events, how do you like, I guess the other struggle I have too is having them in Meadville. I know it's hard for some parents to come, and then Zoom meetings for family events are hard. Like, so if you guys ever have ideas, that's why we did the Map Man on Facebook and then had things sent home. But just trying to come up with events and things that are different in reaching families in different ways.
I've heard a lot of positive feedback about the Map Man thing.
Okay.
Can I get another Map Man, please? Because I have 2 kids and they fight over that.
Yep, you sure can. I'll write it down right now.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So like, I guess then as an admin, since, I don't want to put more stuff on the teachers because we've been there, so we know. If as an admin, we did more like training videos like that and then offered materials for home activities, like, do you think that's a good idea? Because then we're educating the parents on what the teachers are doing. We're not trying to stress the teachers out of putting more on them, but it would, and then we're giving parents things that they can do that ties into activities that the kids are doing at school. Is that?
I heard part of that because my kid was screaming.
Oh, so I'm not the only one.
Well, what I said is just like how we did the Map Man, like if our admin staff, so that we're not putting more work on the teachers because they already have a lot on their plate. But if we did more of those videos and gave information on like the activities that the teachers would be doing and their kids might be coming home and talking about, and then we put together stuff that if parents wanted, we could send out to them of, activities that tie into what that video might be about. Is that, you think that is,
yeah, I definitely think that would be great too. Because like I said, they come home and they talk about like, we did this and we did this and we did this, and we don't really like, we're like, yeah, that's great. But we don't always know what that is and how we should be reacting. Like with women's services coming in, like those packets about like the questions that we should be asking, like that was great because they're 3 and 4. Like, how are we supposed to know what they learned if we don't have that?
Great.
Okay.
That would be good too. Maybe a videotape next time Connie does that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way you don't have to.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Like, could like I know you said this. So this is me talking from a staff / parent perspective. Could it be required of like each or each classroom doing like even just like a read aloud, like reading?
Do you remember that text you sent me the other day, Shelby? And I told you I'd be getting you more information a little bit in a couple months.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. You're a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna say. Just doing something like that. So the staff have to, put together some things like that. But there was something along community involvement I was going to say, but now I can't remember.
And we definitely do, like, if parents let us know of events, like, obviously there are some towns that do a ton of things.
And Shelby sent me the Linesville T-ball and I made copies and sent that home for them
Right.
to send out. So anytime like that, any parents want to share
Hold
stuff they
on.
know about. Hi, Tam.
Hi.
Anybody, parents know that they want to send in, we'll try to share that as much as possible about community events. Especially for like some of us, because we're not in the Cambridge area. We're sort of Conneaut Lake, Linesville area, so we know stuff there. But yeah, gladly take anything like that to share.
Is Nissa still on here?
Yes.
If you know Sagertown stuff, please message me or let me know so that we can spread the information to the families too.
Yeah, I am here, Shelby. I'm like kind of working. Sorry, so I'm like
No,
on the
you're
phone and
okay.
then
We're
listening.
glad you're
Yeah, all
here.
at the same time.
So if you
Yeah.
just have like you hear anything like the
Mhm.
library doing something, I've tried like following like the library's Facebook page,
Oh
but I'm
yeah.
not sure what else like is in Sagertown because I'm not from that area. I'm from Linesville.
Mhm.
But to include like in the classrooms for Sagertown, like I don't know a lot of community events happening.
Right. And as a teacher, I would have parents all the time, like, do you know anything over the summer I can get my kids in? So anything like that we can share.
Yeah,
helpful.
absolutely. I'll look into that and see what
Okay,
else is around.
Perfect. That'd be awesome.
For like this is just stuff I don't know, like field trips and stuff, like if they happen or when they happen, do parents have to have the same requirements as volunteering in the classroom?
I can't give you that answer on a recorded video.
Okay.
But we will gladly share that with teachers to share with people.
Yes. I will make sure information gets out about how that works.
Okay. Perfect.
Good response.
Yes. Yes, but that all of this stuff has gotten easier too because COVID we can be open more, and that's why we're trying to get more community involvement and stuff because believe it or not, there are still people that don't know we exist for preschool programs. So just kind of sharing with families, and I always tell parents the best way to get new families is for parents to tell their friends. We can post on Facebook as much as we want. We can post flyers in every store and restaurant there is, but getting together with families like this and things like that and sharing is the best way to do it.
So on the lines of getting more families, how exactly does the income requirements work? Like I have like friends that were like, oh my gosh, I wish my kid qualified, but like they're not married, but they were very confused about like how the income guidelines work in regards to like unmarried families that are living together.
So basically, and you can take this as you can, but so say we have mom and mom's boyfriend living in the house and kids. It's whoever's financially responsible for the kids. So in my mind, that would be mom. So like if parents live with their parents, let's say, their parents are strictly letting them live there. They're not providing, food, insurance, whatever. So it's whatever income is used to help the children. So normally, like, yeah, I guess that's the easiest way to explain it, is whoever is financially responsible for the child. So if a parent is divorced and splits time between two parents, then the income would be their choice of whose we use if they live with both at some time, if that makes sense.
Okay, so like if
can we make your information more available to have those conversations? Like, oh, hey, let me give you the
Yep, and
family.
they can email me. They can call me. Like, we want to get children in, let's just put it that way. And we can do that in different ways. We can do that last 3 pay stubs. We can do that W-2s. We want to fill our classrooms. To capacity, yes.
So like if both
Go
parents,
ahead.
if both parents are living together, but they're not married, how to like,
How it would also depend on how they file their taxes. So they could definitely call me and I will walk them through it to best benefit their child. And some people think we make these guidelines up. We do not. It is 300% of the poverty level, the federal poverty level, and that is a state requirement. I can say though that this year's levels for a family of 4 it rose about $6,000 a year. So the income guidelines are definitely in our favor this year for higher. And then of course, parents get confused too. We do accept 3-year-olds, but we have to accept 4-year-olds first. So it just kind of depends on the breakdown of who's applying in the district. So some classes have 1 or 2 3-year-olds, some classrooms might have 5. And it is a point system based on family size, family income, age. There are a couple other like teen mom, behavior evaluation, those sort of things. So, but yes, we definitely want to get as many kids in as we can.
Is the age cutoff, like say, okay, this 2-year-old is turning 3, kind of like, is the age cutoff the same as it is when it comes to like the school districts?
Yes, so they have to be 3 by the kindergarten cutoff of that district. Hi. So
Hi, Jamie. That's my girl.
Pencrest and Crawford Central are 3 by August 30th, sorry. And Titusville and Conneaut are 3 by July 31st. So other programs do accept them right when they turn 3, but again, that's a state guideline that it's 3 before the kindergarten cutoff.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Tiffany.
Hi, how are you?
Right there.
Good.
Good.
I miss you.
Kelly, you can barely see her face, huh? There she is.
I miss you.
James, you know my Miss Kelly.
Tell her, Jane, say yes. Say you, I was your Miss Kelly first, huh?
Hey.
Oh, go ahead real quick.
I have a cat.
You do have a kitty.
Oh. What's his name?
Oreo. But he's
Oreo.
black
Yeah.
and white.
I see that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Alright. Go ahead.
Just so you guys know, like summertime when the weather is nice, for at least like Conneaut Lake, Conneaut Valley, Lionsville, you guys are always welcome to use the T-ball field to hold any type of event like over this way, like, you know, not necessarily Meadville.
Right.
So just let me know if we want to. Of course, I'll help plan.
We've talked about kickball tournaments.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
do
we
it.
We want to do an FCCA kickball tournament.
Yes.
I think dodgeball, but
Oh.
Oh, come on. That can be a little.
But
We
yeah,
can
maybe
have
do
we can
some
have all
healthy-
the kids be our cheerleaders.
There you go.
right?
Yeah, we want to do fun stuff like that. There is, I'm not sure when, they haven't released it yet, but Meadville
Let's
always
do
does
it.
a St.
Just
Patrick's Day
like this.
parade.
Oh, yeah.
staff versus parents
Is that a
one.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's
would
usually
be
the
bad.
Saturday, whatever Saturday is closest
I
to
feel
St. Patrick's Day.
like.
It's a real short one.
I could switch it. I could go to the staff and then the
Yes.
parents.
Right.
It would
Well,
be
and Tiffany-
perfect.
Another
Tiffany
one.
just brought up, we're looking into the St. Patrick's Day parade too, so that's something, and we always want parents and children to participate. So, information will be coming out about that too, and it's super short.
Yeah, it's just around the diamond and ends like at the end of Chestnut. It's
Okay. All right,
Oh,
no
here's something that, we've only got 2 minutes, so I'll do this real quick. Conneaut School District donated to us a ton of leftover old Chromebooks and laptops, so we have them available. What we'd like to do is we are actually setting up a computer lab here at admin for the community, so they could come in and do work, make copies, have Wi-Fi, things like that. But we also have a lot of leftovers. So we're thinking about putting together something that would make them available to our families that need technology so that they could have computers, and then possibly having like a training session for them so they could learn how to use them. How, you guys are parents, what do you think of something like that?
I think that's great, honestly. Like we live out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, you do.
75% of the time our Wi-Fi sucks. So like when it comes to like the Act 80 days in like the school district where you have to do like your work on the computer and stuff like that, like sometimes it is just a disaster.
okay. Perfect.
So to like have a place to go to work on things like that, if need be, I think would be really beneficial for the community, especially since, like I said, I live, my closest neighbors are cows. So like sometimes it's just not the best to have to use, whether it be a cell phone or a computer or a tablet or anything like that from home.
If you knew, I'm just so excited to hear her talking and like doing all this stuff, because if you guys knew, this is amazing for her.
Yeah.